Well, the cat's out of the bag. I'm an official employee of Aquarium Co-Op. Stay tuned for the full story about how it happened. Hi, I'm a gamer's wife, aka Irene, here with practical tips to help busy aquarists like you. And today is story time. So let me give you a little background about who I am. You see, I've never really known what I wanted to do when I grew up. Some people, like my husband, Mr. Gamer, he always knew he wanted to be a video game developer, and he pursued it with laser focus since childhood. As for me, I'm more of a jack of all trades. When I was a kid, I loved doing arts and crafts and taking care of my many pets. And in fact, I considered being a veterinarian at one point, but I was told it was super competitive and you'd have to work like all hours of the day, so not for me. Since I was really good at science and math classes, my parents logically suggested that I go to college for engineering since, it's a stable 9-to-5 kind of career. So yeah, I went and got my bachelor's and master's in electrical engineering and then got my first job at an engineering company. That is when I soon found out that I'm not like the other engineers. Like, they would spend their free time reading technical journals about the latest innovations and tinkering around with electronics in their garage. And me, on the other hand, I like to knit and crochet. So rather than go into hardcore R&D, which is research and development, I ended up taking the technical marketing track, which basically means I was marketing my engineering company's products. So going to trade shows, writing technical white papers, managing the website, that kind of thing. Since having kids, I really scaled back on my career so that I was working as a part-time freelancer writing technical marketing content for engineering companies. So one week I might be working on, electric vehicles. Another week I might be writing about 5G wireless communication. It totally depends. In a way, it felt like being in college forever. Where your professor teaches you the topic of the week, you write an intensive research paper on it, only to forget everything so that you can learn a completely new topic and write about something totally different the next week. Pretty mentally taxing. So around this time, I started getting into fish keeping, and of course that meant I was binging on all the biggest fish tubers out there on YouTube, like Joey, King of DIY, Rachel O'Leary, and of course Aquarium Co-Op. And I think it was around the end of 2017, Corey said during one of his live streams that he was looking for someone to write his e-newsletters. And so of course, as a huge Aquarium Co-Op fangirl, I immediately wrote an email and was like, yeah, I'd love to. And oh, by the way, I can also write blog posts based on your videos. So that's when I got the opportunity to write my first blog post for them ever in early 2018, titled, "Which Planted Tank Fertilizer is Right for You?" And it went totally awesome, but right afterwards my company gave me a raise. And so I was like, oh man, I don't think there's any way Aquarium Co-Op can afford me now, so I just never followed up with them. Fast forward a year to 2019, and out of the blue, Corey randomly contacts me and was like, hey, I'm getting more serious about looking for a blog writer. Do you want to throw your hat in the ring? And I was like, sure. So at the time, I wrote a few guest blog posts because I was more interested in promoting my YouTube channel. And then that eventually turned into a part-time paid gig as a contractor because I guess he was happy with my work. And I think the reason why I got the job is because, unlike your typical marketing agency or writer, I actually keep aquariums in my free time, so my blog content probably sounded more natural and relatable. At some point, I must have really impressed Corey because he asked me to come on full-time as a content strategist. And I was like, yeah, I'm tired of jumping around from client to client, and from everything I've heard from Corey's live streams, it sounds like Aquarium Co-Op is not only really hardworking, but also very loyal and full of integrity, which is really important to me. Quick public service announcement before we go on. As an employee of Aquarium Co-Op, I am not allowed to divulge in any business plans or trade secrets. So if you want to know when our future sales or product releases are, don't ask me. Talk to Corey directly during one of his weekly live streams. Also, I'm not involved in customer service in any way. So if you have a comment, question, feedback for Aquarium Co-op, contact one of the email addresses listed on our website, aquariumcoop.com. Because if you send it to me, it's probably going to get lost. Thanks! So what does that mean for me and my channel? Well, when I really thought about it, my goals for YouTube are twofold. I want to help as many people as possible. And then B, I've been told in order to make my channel sustainable in the long run, I need to start trying to make money. I was really having trouble with that latter goal because I'm just not the type that's interested in selling aquarium fish or aquarium supplies, whether in an online or retail store. And then I've also done a couple of product sponsorships recently, and I just don't know if it's worth it to go after brand deals or sponsorships just to receive free product for a video review. By working for Aquarium Co-op, I'm able to help hundreds of thousands of more people than my channel ever reached. Plus, I don't have to worry about making money with my videos because I'm now able to help support my family with this new job. So what that means is I am going to still be making videos, but probably more as a sporadic, casual hobby and not a hardcore side hustle. What that means for you is if you are a longtime fan of this channel, please consider subscribing and hitting that notification bell so that you'll be, well, notified whenever my videos randomly release. My channel's gotten big enough where I'm not able to answer everybody's comments anymore. Sorry. But I will be giving priority to my subscribers' comments. So that's another benefit of subscribing. So yeah, that's how I went from being an Aquarium Co-op fangirl to official employee. If there's enough interest, maybe I'll do a day in the life of video and give a little more details about what I do at the company. But in the meanwhile, don't forget to subscribe, and I promise you I won't bug you more than once a week. Take time to enjoy your aquariums, and I'll see you in the next video.